necessary bitrate. Wait for my thing to show that I'm online on Twitch. Okay, we are live. Bitrate. Turn it to mute so that I don't see and hear my backlash of audio. Get the game ready. I'm grekaosangel. For those of you who are not watching but popped on anyways. Mainly it's just me talking because this is going to unfortunately go up to YouTube. So get this all set up to go. Pop over here. Well, no, wait for that to start. There we go. Okay, we are streaming. We are live on Twitch. I have everything where it needs to go. We are starting very late. I was not expecting to start this late, but the game controller decided it didn't want to work with my computer. And I spent at least half an hour trying to fix it. So this is going to be a short recording, a short stream. I apologize for that. Without any further ado, let us begin a new Let's Stream. This is going to decide. There we go. So it does work. Excellent. I'll probably put a good half an hour, maybe 45 minutes. I don't think we're going to get to an hour. Depends, you know, how long things take. So now that we're officially streaming, let's go over some basic stuff. If you want to pop over to the chat, you can find me on twitch.tv/grekaosangel. Obviously, I am your host today, grekaosangel. Obviously, I'm going to be your host every single time I do this, but, you know, preliminary kind of introductions aside. I'm playing Final Fantasy VIII. This is a game that I never really thought that I would actually find myself doing a stream or a Let's Play of. It's not really my favorite game in the series. In fact, I've only played it through twice. But I figured, you know what? Each time I've played through it, I've understood a little bit more about the game, and I'm giving it more of a chance now. This specific stream and all subsequent streams for Final Fantasy VIII is going to be my attempt to break the game early on. Well, not maybe terribly break it, but just enough to where we have a little bit easy time to get through the system, get through the game without too much trouble, and kind of just streamline it. But again, I'm not the best at this game, so it's going to be a little bit of a touch and go. The beginning here is mostly going to be getting through the intro for the game, learning some of the tutorials. I think we can get maybe the first GF or two. After that, it's going to be a lot of triple triad until we get through the necessary cards and GF abilities so that we can break the game fairly quickly. So without any further ado, let's actually start playing this this game. Now, since my controller did give me issues, I'm hoping it's not going to give me any issues when we get to the world map with analog. It works with the character control. I tested that out, but I don't know about certain other things. So that's going to be a kind of a touch and go learning experience. For the most part, I'm going to try not to talk over FMVs. And as a general rule, I'm not going to be, you know, reciting the lines. That's the dialogue. I'm not going to bother that. I mean, you're more than welcome to pause the video, because this, I mean, not obviously during the stream, but this will go up on YouTube, on my channel. I'm pretty much the way, a good speed for me that I find is for dialogue. You have, if I can read through the dialogue twice, that's as much as you're going to get. If you can't catch it, you can always pause the video. I'll try to keep the commentary kind of active with whatever rambling thoughts are in my head as things go on, so that it's not too quiet at any one time. And with being the very first streaming episode for this, I guess you could call it a let's stream, let's play kind of deal. I'm going to tweak the audio as time goes on, so hopefully we get a better stabilized set of factors so that I know exactly what has to be this, what has to be that. Just so everything sounds just right. Let's see. Anything else I kind of need to go over as we're watching this introduction? Obviously, I recommend if you're going to be watching my stuff, do so with headsets. I don't know how many people don't do that nowadays. As much as tech has become part of our culture, I'm surprised more people, just by nature, just have headphones on at all time. But that's what I kind of use to judge everything. I have Logitech G430 headsets. So if everything sounds good in my headset, it might not sound good for you. I apologize for that. But at the same time, I also try to keep it to where if people don't use headsets, you can still hear the audio from like a mobile device or a television set or monitor, things of that nature. And we're about to finish this first FMV here. One thing to note is what I normally would have wanted to do is if I was going to just let's play this, I would have taken out all the random battles. These streams are going to have the battles in them. So if you're not a fan of almost sort of active time battle turn-based systems or the Final Fantasy in general, those type of games, the battles might be boring. But if I get into some tough situations, I might be cussing up a storm. So that might be mildly entertaining to see me fail and struggle. Okay, how am I feeling? I'm okay. I know I have a scar on my forehead. Sure thing, Doc. Let's see, Squall. I'm not going to do this thing where people change the names of the characters because really this is about the game and the story. So I want to keep things as true to the original intention for the story and plot. So we're keeping Squall's name Squall. Newer gamers might know him as Leon from Kingdom Hearts. Spoiler alert. And that would be our teacher, one of our main characters, Quistis. Alright, okay, I guess I can't open up my menu just yet. Alright, so we pretty much have to follow follow where our teacher wants us to go. Yeah, all your ellipses. Very complex. Very complex, Squall. I think this is the main thing that really kind of bugged me about Final Fantasy VIII is you're a student. I mean, it's all, you know, fantasy based and it's all over the top, but it just, it felt weird. You know, you don't, it's a different direction than most Final Fantasies take for their core concept. And I think that that's what really turned me off to this game the first time I, you know, played it. And I think this is where we're going to get a lot of tutorials and nonsense. And basically, I don't know if it's Seed or CD. I think it's Seed, but it's again, it's so many weird things that this game did that makes it kind of hard to believe. I mean, there's a certain amount of suspension of disbelief that you already have to come into these games with, but it just seems so weird. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I guess in terms of the PlayStation era of Final Fantasies, in my opinion, you have the two pinnacles of that golden age, 7 and 9. And both 7 and 9 are very different from each other, as is Final Fantasy VIII from the rest of those. But it just seems like this had such a weird, too much experimentation, I think. Between the junction system, the GF system, there's a lot of easily broken systems, which we're actually going to do, but it didn't feel cohesive. It just felt like a mishmash combination chimera Final Fantasy game. And I think that's where a lot of people you're either gonna love it or you hate it. Spoonie said it best. But I kind of fit in the category of, well, I don't like elements of this game. There are some areas to, you know, enjoy playing the game. So I want to open my damn menu. Yeah, I gotta do all this crap. Now can we? Yeah. I think this is where we get our turn on the power. What is this? Okay, so we have GFs. GFs are summons in this game. It stands for Guardian Forces. Hey, they spelled that wrong. Quetzalcoatl. Or I think it's Quetzalcoatl. And then Shiva. Okay, confirm. Confirm. Yeah, I don't feel like we don't really need a tutorial on the game. But I guess maybe we will do that. I mean, since this is the sort of introductory thing, this will be sort of the tutorial stream. I know it's not tons of fun. What is... Oh. Basic operation. Let's see. Field screen. Right stick doesn't do anything. Left stick does movement. Okay. Oh, that's right. I'm so used to using Final Fantasy IX and Final Fantasy VII's control scheme. So I'm used to triangle being the menu button, and all sorts of stuff like that. So basically, circle for menu, X to confirm, square to talk or play cards. That's what we're going to be doing a lot of, probably not this stream, but the next one. A lot of the triple triad minigame. It's very similar. In fact, Tetramaster was sort of a spin-off inspired game from this original game for Final Fantasy VIII. And then of course triangles we to walk or run. Alright. Let's see, okay, so right stick is used for the world map for vehicles. But we can also use the face buttons that we have to. Because I don't know if my right analog is going to do what it's supposed to do. I've always had trouble trying to get it to work with my computer. And blah blah blah. Alright. Let's see. Just talks about, you know, stuff. And this is the big thing. If you junction, the whole thing is drawing and magic and junctioning to your stats to become more powerful. But if you use that magic that you have to use in battle, you're basically weakening whatever that magic is junctioned to, or you just don't use the ones that you've attached to stuff. It just seemed kind of ridiculous that you would give magic in the game, but then rely on that to make you strong, and then just kind of conversely weaken yourself by using it. It didn't seem like, it's just an experimentation system that just didn't sit well with people. Oh no, they're gonna, okay, oh crap. I got stuck in this. Yeah. So this is something that Quistis is going to tell us about a little bit later. I wish, oh, thank God I could go back. Card game rules, I think, we'll talk about that when we actually have to do it. We can take tests to raise our seed rank, which gives us, I think, bonuses for Gil and other sorts of stuff like that as time progresses. I think that's all we need. We'll go ahead and back out. Okay, we're done. Come on, I said I was done. Oh. I didn't read it right. My bad, my mistake. And that might be why the thing wasn't working. I didn't press circle. That's why I couldn't do it. Okay, first thing first, let's go to configuration. Sounds fine, controller's fine, ATB set to 8, I'm fine with that. Camera movement's fine, battle speed's fine, battle message is fine. Field message, we want to slow down a little bit. And we're good. Yeah. Now, for our GFs, we want to choose abilities to learn. For this sort of low-level beginning game where we're going to be wanting to really quickly boost our characters to the ridiculous levels early on, we want to learn Quetzalcoatl's or Quetzalcoatl's card ability first. That will allow us to turn monsters that we fight in the game into the playable cards that we play triple triad with. But more importantly, we also want to get T-Magic Refine. It allows us to, for Quetzalcoatl, it allows us to take those cards when we get the ability to turn them into items, and then take those items and refine magic from those. This is kind of comparable to the drawing of magic from enemies and draw points in the game, but instead of having to repeatedly do this and draw and draw and draw and draw and draw, which is irritating and boring as crap, you can just do this. So if you have items, you can quickly refine stuff from them and very quickly get some powerful stuff. Stuff you normally would not have access to that early in the game. So we'll go with card. I'm going to have to take some getting used to these controls. And for Shiva, we want to give her the ice magic refine that we want to learn. Make sure that it's set. Yep, okay, good to go. I think that's pretty much all we need to do. Now, what level are we starting at? We're starting at level 7. Another thing we're going to be doing when we get to the actual seed exam that Quistis was talking about, we're going to utilize another trick that allows us to gain a lot of AP and all these skills without actually gaining any levels, because this is another thing that Final Fantasy VIII did differently. They made enemies scale and level. So whatever level your party is the level of the enemies. So the lower your level, the stronger and easier you're going to have. Yeah, we haven't been to the Fire Cavern, so we have to go there. This is where we're going to go get Ifrit, another one of our GF forces. Yep, already did that. Thanks for telling me. I think I'm going to actually go ahead and even slow down that field message to the absolute lowest. Just because that way I don't have to sit there and try to count in my head that, oh, I made sure that, you know, you got the right amount of time to read something. And I think this is actually the first game in the Final Fantasy franchise that I played that I really didn't like the characters. You know, every game in Final Fantasy has characters that you're not going to like. It's just, that's how it is. You're not going to like all of them. But this one is like, some of these characters are just irritating. Sure. I don't quite know if there's any kind of reward for it, but we'll do it anyways. So now we have I'm gonna get really irritated with this triangle not doing anything. So now we have some cards. Real quick explanation of Triple Triad. Every card has 4 numbers. Each one corresponds to a cardinal direction, the top, bottom, left, or right. The number is what you use to compete against other cards. So if I were to put this Fungar in a grid at the top left corner, and somebody puts a Gizzard card to the right of my one at the top middle, my card will lose, because this card has a 5 on its left side, which is now touching this card's right side, and because 1 is less than 5, this card wins, this card gets stolen, and so forth. But these are the kind of things that we're going to be looking for to be able to refine later to get items and magic. Now, the one thing I don't think I, really realized was, I think from the directory, you can shortcut yourself to the other areas of the game, or of the garden at least. This garden is their school. It's like this really big kind of like dormitory, kind of college campus thing. Yeah, like a fucking T-Rex. I hate, that's another thing, that always bothered me the first time playing, that you could fight a T-Rex. You know, and then you play like a game like Final Fantasy XII, you see the T-Rex, like, oh, I can take that on. Haha, no you can't. No you can't. Or Headmaster Robin Williams, as I so frequently consider him. He looks just like Robin Williams, I swear. If you've never played this game, you'll be surprised. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and save. So we're going to go ahead and pop in a save there. And a save there. I always do staggered saves just so I don't mess anything up. Alright, let's see here. Let's try this out. Now we could try card games now, but we're going to probably lose. So let's just try the library. And hot damn, it works. Excellent, okay. I think what we'll do is we'll meet our instructor, head out to the fire cave, or the fire cavern rather, and once we get out there, we'll probably go ahead and call it quits for this first stream. Just because, you know, I wanted to get more in, but I do work midnights, and for the it's currently 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time in the United States, and I have to get ready for work in an hour. So I'd much rather just 30 minutes is a good kind of starting point. Now, I don't know if we can draw from these draw points. Yeah, we don't have the draw ability just yet. Or actually, you know what? I think I do have the ability to do it, don't I? If I go to Junction, Squall. Give that to him. We want magic, we want GF, we want draw. So pretty much, this is where you can choose your commands. Every GF has different things you can learn from them, and as they're only when they're equipped can you actually use those commands. So you have to junction them to characters to give them these skills, and what abilities, passive skills and abilities that you want to have on that particular character. So there's a bit of strategy involved. We're gonna draw that from. Now the problem with draw points is they have to take time to refuel, kind of replenish themselves. And the same thing goes for draw points on the world map. There's hidden ones you can't see, but you do get an ability. You can learn an ability from a GF that allows you to find them. But what we're gonna try doing right now is go here, Squall. I don't believe we actually have the ability to junction anything to HP yet. But let's go to magic, and you know, we do that, nothing happens. You know, so cure magic, curaga are really good for HP. It really gives you a huge, you know, a huge boost, and that's the reason why we want to do this card game. We can get, I believe, possibly curaga already very quickly, and that will allow us to pretty much get almost close to max HP real quick, as I understand it. I've never done it, so it may not work out, but yeah, at that point we can't be touched for most of the game. Yeah, I knew we were going to have to watch this. So basically, you click junction on a character, you have to junction a GF, and then once you have them junction to a character, you can then junction the magic you have in stock to various stats that whatever GFs you currently have on your character allow you to set and junction to. Obviously command and ability, which is a more passive ability, or in battle, that kind of deal. And another thing is we can very quickly get a GF that teaches us the encounter half and encounter none ability, which allows us to, once it's learned, cut our encounters down to almost nothing, which means if there's no battles, we can't gain levels except for when we fight bosses, and if we don't have a lot of level gains, the enemies are weaker, and that's important. And we're still in this. Okay, thank gosh this is over. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to have that explanation, but we'll do that next time. Yes. Yep, I know where it is. Alright, let's go. And I believe anywhere on the world map we can save. So you can move the world map with the one shoulder button, so L1, R1, up and down with R2. Move your character with the analog or the D-pad. And of course we're going to go ahead and we're going to save our game. Stagger it as we do. And there we go. And that is it for this very short beginning stream of Final Fantasy VIII. Thanks for watching. This will go up on YouTube. In fact, that's probably where a lot of people are going to be able to see this. So I'm grekaosangel. Thanks for watching. I will see you on the next stream of Final Fantasy VIII, where we go after the next GF. We try to get our seed exam and I think some card game stuff in. And hopefully we get a lot more done. So thanks for watching. See you next time.